Welcome to the Sat-Coord frequency plotter tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how you can use Sat-Coord to send frequency data from an SNS database to the frequency plotter, perform a frequency overlap analysis, and show you some of the other options you have available to you in the frequency plotter. To send data from an SNS database to the frequency plotter, the first step is in opening the SNS database that contains the frequency data you wish to view. For this example, I'm going to open the SOS by clicking on the Browse menu item and then selecting the SOS database. Next, you should browse to the data you wish to send to the frequency plotter. In this example, I will perform a Notice admin search and then choose the UK administration and search for Notice satellite name. I will choose a particular satellite name and then perform the Notice notification reason search. I wish to send the coordination request data associated with this network to the frequency plotter. To do this, I need to select the coordination request output node and then click on the frequency plot icon in the toolbar. You can either send the data to a new frequency plotter tab by pressing the icon, or if you already have an existing frequency plotter tab open, you can send the data to an existing window by selecting the drop-down arrow on the right-hand side of the frequency plot button. Since we have no existing frequency plotter tabs open, we will send this data to a new tab. In the frequency plotter tab on the left-hand side, you can see the data which has been imported from the SOS database, and on the right-hand side a visual representation of the frequency data. When you import data from an SNS database, a node is added to the diagrams node on the left-hand side and given a name to indicate where it came from. If we expand this node, the frequency data is split into uplink and downlink categories, and inside each is the complete list of frequencies filed in the uplink and in the downlink. We can edit, remove, or add new transponder data if we wish, but for the purposes of this tutorial I'm going to keep the data as it is filed in the SOS database. Next, I'm going to add more data from the SNS database so that we have something to compare these frequencies to. If we switch back to the SNS database browsing tab and then choose another satellite network name, and again search for Notice notification reason to send just the coordination request data to our frequency plotter tab. This time when we select the frequency plot icon in the toolbar, we should click the down arrow on the right hand side of the button and then choose the existing frequency plotter tab to export the data into. Once again, we can expand the data added to see the full list of frequency data added in the uplink and in the downlink. We can see a visual representation of the frequency data from both sets of data on the right hand side. We can see from looking at the frequency plot that there appears to be an overlap in the KU band, but if we want detailed visual representation of the overlaps, we can click on the Overlaps button in the toolbar and choose the data pair we wish to display the overlaps for. In this case, we only have two sets of data, so there is only one pair of data listed. Now, as you can see, the exact overlaps are displayed in the frequency plot, and they are also listed in the data on the left-hand side so that you can easily see the precise frequency overlap ranges. There are also a number of options available to you to help view the information you want in the frequency plot itself. We can pan the view by holding the mouse down and then dragging the mouse to the left or the right. We can zoom in or out by clicking on the zoom in or zoom out buttons on the toolbar, or alternatively by scrolling with the mouse wheel. We can also specify a custom zoom range if we only want to display a specific frequency range or specific frequency band. To see these KU band frequency overlaps in a bit more detail, we can specify the zoom range as the KU band, and we can zoom in a bit further still and pan to see the individual overlaps. As we move the mouse over the frequency plot, data appears in the status bar corresponding to the location of the mouse pointer. For example, it will display diagram, transponder, or overlap data, as well as the frequency range corresponding to the mouse location. Thank you for watching. This ends the frequency plotter tutorial. If you have any questions, please contact us using the information in the description below.